In the old city where narrow streets met towering mansions, two worlds lived side by side yet never truly touched. On one side stood marble houses with iron gates and silent guards. On the other, rows of small, weathered homes where laughter mixed with struggle. It was in this divided city that Arav and Zoya first saw each other, two hearts unaware that love, once born, would demand a painful price. Arav belonged to one of the richest families in the city. His father owned factories, shopping plazas, and a name that commanded respect. From childhood, Arav was taught discipline, success, and the importance of status. His life was planned like a business deal: elite education, powerful connections, and one day, a marriage that would strengthen the family's position. Love, if it came at all, was expected to be convenient. Zoya's life was the opposite. She lived with her widowed mother and younger brother in a modest house with cracked walls and a leaking roof. Her world was built on sacrifice. She worked part-time, studied hard, and dreamed quietly. Despite poverty, her eyes held warmth, and her smile carried a strength born from survival. She believed love was the one treasure money could never buy. They met at a public library, one of the few places where wealth and poverty shared the same air. Arav noticed her first, sitting by the window with worn books stacked carefully beside her. She noticed him too, not because of his expensive clothes, but because he looked lonely among so many people. Their conversations began with books, then dreams, then fears. Arav spoke of expectations that suffocated him. Zoya spoke of responsibilities that aged her before time. In those quiet hours, the city's walls disappeared. Love grew slowly, innocently, like a flower pushing through concrete. But love does not exist alone, it lives inside society. As months passed, Arav started visiting Zoya's neighborhood. He saw children playing barefoot, mothers bargaining for vegetables, and lives lived with constant uncertainty. It disturbed him, not out of disgust, but guilt. He realized how protected his life had been. Zoya, meanwhile, visited Arav's world only once, standing outside his mansion gate, too afraid to enter. The guard's cold stares told her everything she needed to know. Still, they promised each other courage. The truth came out on a night meant for celebration. Arav's mother found messages on his phone, simple words filled with deep love. The next day, Arav was called into the grand living room, where decisions were usually final. "Love is not enough," his father said calmly. "That girl belongs to a different class. Our name cannot be dragged into poverty." Arav argued, pleaded, even shouted, something he had never done before. His mother cried, not from sympathy, but fear of society's judgment. They gave him a choice: end the relationship or lose everything, his inheritance, his family, his identity. Zoya faced her own storm. Neighbors whispered. Relatives warned her. Rich men don't marry poor girls, they said. They only pass time. Her mother, tired and frightened, begged her to think of her brother's future. Zoya tried to be strong, but love does not protect you from shame. When Arav came to meet her that night, his eyes carried a truth she already feared. They sat in silence on the broken steps near her house. The city hummed around them, indifferent. "I can fight them," Arav said, though his voice shook. "And what will you lose?" Zoya asked softly. He had no answer. She smiled through tears. "Love should lift us, not destroy everything around us." That night, they broke, not because love died, but because it was too alive to survive the world they lived in. Arav was sent abroad for studies. Zoya buried herself in work and responsibility. Time moved forward, cruel and unstoppable. Arav returned years later, successful and empty. Zoya became a schoolteacher, respected and tired, carrying a quiet sadness she never explained. They met once more by chance, again at the library. No promises were spoken. No apologies were needed. Their eyes said what words never could: we loved. We lost. We survived. As they walked away in opposite directions, the city remained the same, rich and poor living side by side, divided by walls stronger than love. And somewhere between gold and dust, a love story remained broken but unforgettable.